Hello, crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with the recipe stamp of the month designed by Dianna Marcum at Adornit. Recipe stamp members, they would have received the recipe of the month, and I think this is the recipe add-on. This will be the element set. Whichever item here is in stock, I will link it below, but some items like the recipe stamp will not be in stock right now. It'll be in stock maybe towards the end of the month, going into next month, okay? So let's take a look at the goodies for this month. Let's get started. Okay, crafters, as you can see, I received 3 stamp sets. I already stamped them out, colored them up, and had some fun. I like to stamp on both Copic paper and also Neenah 110 pound paper, and color up with, this is a combination actually of Olo markers, Copic markers. Yeah, this is Copic here, this is Olo here. So you can see the difference between the markers. Like, I can get more depth with Copic because it doesn't have that free flow of Olo markers. Olo markers you have to color quickly with, at least I do, so they don't bleed too much. So that's the difference between them. But the Olo markers, they have different colors than the Copic. I wish Copic would release new colors. That would solve all the problems. Because I love my Copics. Alrighty, let's go into these stamp sets. I don't have the names of it, but I believe this one will be Recipe Stamp of the Month, Butter Up Biscuit. Look at this set. So the stamp is actually this big. 4 3/4 of an inch tall by 3.5 inch wide. You get a spoon. You get this little swirly. I need to start using these little swirly details. They're just really so sweet. And the word biscuits. Next, sausage gravy. So I think Butter Up Biscuits is the recipe stamp of the month, and I believe this one is the add-on, which is interesting because it's like a second recipe, but the sausage gravy would definitely go along with the biscuits and a lot of other things. Let me give you the measurement. This one now is a full stamp. It goes all the way down to here. Note, doubling biscuit and gravy recipes feeds 12 to 14 people. So if you want to do like a whole batch, that's the note for it. But if you don't want to stamp it out, you could put a Post-it along here, or just don't ink it when you're stamping, and then you'll be in this range. But I'm going to give you the full size, 5 3/4 of an inch tall by 3.5 inch. This is adorable. Here are the ingredients. Here's the instructions of how to make it, the note, and the skillet with that cute little bow. And I love how she kept both of these with that banner for the title. And then the next set, which this is usually called the element set. Once these items are in store and I see the proper names, I'll tell you what they are, and I'll let you know when they're in store. Here you're getting a beautiful skillet. This is like a recipe bowl for the biscuits. You could have it as pancakes too, all sorts of good things. Then here are some sentiments that can fit in there. There's another heart. So I'm loving this heart that looks like an ornament type heart. Here it is on the skillet. So let me show you one of my examples here, because I do have examples. Here's a skillet, and inside I stamped, "You're the gravy to my biscuit," which is right here. So these sentiments will fit in here. Colored this up. I fussy cut it with one of my favorite scissors, the Spellbinders 9-inch Pro Shears. Just and went around all these corners nice and smooth. If you have a Brother Scan and Cut, then you could also die cut it. I also did this part. This cute. The skillet, let me give you a measurement on this skillet. 4.5 by 3. So super cute. I love how these sentiments fit in here. Mind your own biscuits and life will be gravy. We go together like biscuits and gravy. Oh, good gravy. I love that one too. Just picking between these, like which one? This is clear embossing ink with white detail embossing powder. I was thinking of stamping this in black at first, but then I thought because this was so, dark with all the grays, it would have been too dark. But now that I did it in white, I'm like, maybe I should have done it in black. But I can see it. It's just not that legible. And then look at all these reds that I got to play with. So love it. I just wanted that to be red, popping. Let me show you my other example. Here is Butter Up Biscuit with one of my favorite frame die sets. I haven't used this one in a while. This is by Penny Black, and it's called Zigzag Stackers. Look at all that detail. Love it. This is a perfect die set to making shakers, making a double shaker. I did a tutorial on this way back. Maybe I can find it and link it here so you guys can see that. But this is an excellent die set. Look at that detail. I love the stitch edge. So I took the biggest one here, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So this is not a full A2. That gives you another 1/4 inch all the way around to pick a different color. Let's say I wanted to have navy like this. Isn't that great? So I colored this up in some blues and then pop in the red, a little bit of yellow. I love this. Came together so easy. So much fun. Butter up biscuits. And I like to go darker on the edge and lighter in the middle just to make it more legible. At first I thought it was too dark, but I can see it here clearly. So that's nice. That the alcohol marker is not so dark that you can't see when you color these images. And lastly, I love this one. This was the first one that I made because I just love the skillet with the heart hanging. And then this one had a longer heart. You see what I'm saying? Same exact size except at a different angle. You see it? So for me to get the heart standing straight, the angle would be different. There's a nice contrast between these two sets. And the skillet here has more space because of the cooking directions. It needed more space than this one, which just has that little circle. Sausage gravy. This is on a big tag. I'm going to put this one in my recipe album. So all of these are going to be either inserts, cards that can still fit in a recipe mini album. And the die set I used was this super cute tall die set. This is from Studio Light. This one's going to be a hard one to find. And when it does come up, it disappears quickly. So below in the description, I will link and detail everything below. This I cannot provide a link for, but I will give you what it is and the name of it, which is called Global Tags. You're going to have to get this from a third party. This is perfect. You could just make a mini album with just these tags alone. Look how many sizes it comes with. Comes with that matting layer. Comes with the reinforcer. This is a mini album maker's dream right here. I love the styling of it too. So the tag is 8 1/4 by 4 1/8. I had to find this when it first came out because I didn't get it immediately. This actually was on HSN for a bit. I don't know if it's still there. Try not to shop HSN. HSN gets me in trouble. Alrighty. So these are the recipe stamps of the month. Up next, crafters, here are 3 other makes. 2 nativity scenes, card and tag, and then this one, which is gingerbread. All 3 of these stamp sets are available in store. These were the recent stamp drop over the holidays. They'll still be there. So there's a whole gingerbread set and a whole nativity scene set. So let's talk about the nativity scene real quick. Look at these 2. Wow, right? For this one is this set, Nativity Scene Set A. This one comes as a bundle, A and B. So that's the full set. You have to get 2 because they both go together. So this one is right here. Isn't that so fabulous? Love it. I used to finish this off postage edge rectangles. This is by Spellbinders. And also I made my custom tag. I'm using the We Are Memory Keepers angle and photo chomper to get that edge right there. And then I just punch a hole with my crocodile, which is also by We Are Memory Keepers. Here I'm using some Pinkfresh Studio Clear Drops in amber. And then I just put some string and then put a little bit of Spellbinders hemp cord to tie a bow. And I even have an eyelet in here. So this is just so sweet. I love it. And I love that I have this contrast right here with the dark blue for the night sky, which I brought back out here. Love this tag. Next, I have this one, which I don't have a sentiment on because the pattern paper has the musical notes and it says, "Hark, the herald angel sings," and there's the angels. Yeah, I get like that. The angel still comes from here. Nativity Scene Set A, right there. And I have them here like putting their magic on the star above baby Jesus. I just think this is just so fabulous. And then here is Peace on Earth stamp. And right here I'm using that image, which I colored up again. Copic markers. And I did put some stickles here on this one and stickles on their wings. Had fun with the various colors. I discovered a new colorway with this one, making that golden yellow. It's about 4 different Copic markers. So when you discover a new colorway, note it. Even if it's on a post-it, and I normally do it on a post-it, keep a note of it, because when you want to go back, now I have no idea what colors I use for this, but I know it's about 4. So this is a new nice colorway. Mustard, but not mustard. And this pattern paper, can't tell you what pattern paper this is because this is older than, I think it's 2010 or something. That was interesting that I actually found this. Older papers like that, I have like tucked in some back spot. And I was just looking for something, and then this came out. So I think this whole card is heavenly inspired. The frame around here, I'm using this set from Penny Black, semicircle stackers. You saw before zigzag stackers. This was the first one I bought. I also got this one more recent. Love this one too. Look at that detail. Love, 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 love. And they come all different sizes. And again, this is not a full A2. It's a 1/4 inch shorter of an A2. Look at this nice square card. And I love the little angels, the way that it all works together. So this whole nativity scene set, it's a full comprehensive set of stamps, but you can play amongst the whole entire set. It's really pretty. So I'll put a link for that whole nativity scene. And I finished it off with some spellbinders, gold mixed gems. All right, moving on. Lastly, gingerbread mix. This is a gingerbread mix jar stamp. This one is definitely a mini album page. Up here, that's a gingerbread mix. And I will link my introductory video for these sets, because I did a whole video where I showed you everything that's in it. So I linked that here. The ingredients are here. The directions are here, but she did it twice. So there's a small version where you'd have to pull out your magnifier to read it. She gave you this version. Same exact ingredients, but just a little bigger. So what I did was stamp this out right here, then put this on over this piece at an angle. And that's how you could do it. Could it still be on an A2? Let's see. 5 inches wide. You could do a horizontal A2 card where you'd go 5.5 inch wide, 4 1/4 inch tall if you wanted to put this on a recipe card. But I think this is so cute. So from this image, which I colored up with Olo markers, this shade of teal started off first as green. Then it looked so bad, so I came back over it again with some blue green. I made it work. There's about 6 colors of alcohol marker here, okay? Then I came on with some gray and little red. Here, my little gingers. I did put some glossy accents here for that heart centers. And in here, this one is more legible. It's a little bit lighter and brighter. This is not so bad, even though this is, like I said, 6 layers in. So you can still read it. It's just not as easy to read as this. Yeah, I messed it up. But the green was just horrific, so I had to fix it. And I had colored everything else, and I wasn't going to color it again. Started off with the ginger first, always, right? Gingerbread first, then you go into the jar. So this set now, I cut out the recipe card, that back layer, this layer, and this layer with this die set. Lisa Horton, nested scallop plain stitch squares. I am so happy that scrapbook.com carries this. If scrapbook.com did not carry this brand, I probably would, 1, have never discovered it, 2, never bought it, but I do like their dies. This is a UK company, East Sussex. Their die sets are a little different than ours. They work off of a A4, A6 sizing, just a bigger sizing, so their dies are a little bit larger. 5 3/8 of an inch square. That biggest matting layer, 4 5/8 of an inch right here. It's not the cheapest die set because it's an imported die set. A little bit more for it. Love the stitch detail all the way in. Glad I picked up this set, and I think it's just so fun here. So I have white, red, and teal. That was my colorway. This pattern paper in the back, that's Doodlebug, an older set that I found a sheet from a 12 by 12 pack. Here for the oven mitt, Marianne design. The product number is LR0707. So I will put Marianne design oven mitt. Then this heart, it comes from the elements right here. So this heart can work with everything, just perfect for Valentine's and such. You could even do this gingerbread mix as a Valentine's card. If I changed up the colorway, it could work for Valentine's too. Put some more hearts on it, some more die cuts, etc. All right, crafters. Everything will be detailed and linked below. So there is a new recipe card. If you want to purchase it a la carte, you're going to have to wait a little, but it will be in store shortly. And this is all my goodies. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video, butter up some biscuits. Stay crafty, my friends.